Good morning, no, good afternoon everyone. I'm Nat, this is my knacker's yard, and this is my SV650 Frankenbike. I'm having all sorts of charging issues. If you look back at yesterday's one, you'll see a few people suggested ways of testing the stator, so that's what I'm going to do. Now I have found some little crocodile clips from one of the kids' science packs, so that's really handy. So if I go and check the battery on the battery extensions, I should theoretically be able to do it on anywhere of the frame. Yes, I can. Onto the minus, onto the negative. So how well can you see that? Pretty well actually, 12.69. So, you know, not brilliant, but you know, anything over 12 really, but anything over 12.4 is enough to at least get it going, which it does. Now what I'm going to do the check is to stick it on ohms, take the battery off each side. Now you should see a 1 there to show that there is no connection at all. And if I bang them together, oops, these clips are good, but they're only kiddies ones, so they do tend to fall off, and that one fell off, ruining my demonstration. So there's 1, so there's no continuity. Tap them together and you get the resistance in that circuit. In that case, it's set on its most sensitive setting. The 2 wires are touching, so it's just the resistance within the actual mini cables themselves. Now the slight advantage of my slightly cockamamie way of doing a temporary wire job is this makes this nice and simple, and I can guarantee a connection, so it doesn't really matter red and black which way round. What I'm looking at is to see that there's connectivity between them. Yes, there is, between 1 and 2. Yep, between 1 and 3. This is going to 2, so that's 2 and 3. 3. It's staying consistent. 3.2. So what was that? Sorry. 3.2. The final step. 3.5. 3.4. So what is that telling me? That is telling me that I have connectivity from here around the stator and all the way back out. So that kind of says to me it isn't the stator. Wrong, sorry. It says the connectivity of the stator is fine. It doesn't necessarily say that that stator is working. I'm just going to plumb those back in, and it should be for the yellows in any order in any connection. Now the bit that gets me is if I go back to the straight voltage and do the battery test and do the, where's my red gone? Red's down here. What am I getting out of the battery? 12.6. Now if I go take off that earth, and it should, assuming I don't hit paintwork, if I touch it anywhere on the metal of the bike I should get a straight earth. Now if I connect it to the earth on the stator, what can you see there? So I'm on the earth of the stator there. Now to me, logically, if I connect it to the live on the stator as well, so just to show you that I'm doing it, there you go, so that's the red on the stator, I get nothing through it at all, which to me says that that live isn't doing anything. Now if I, part of me, I'm sure that should be showing 12 point whatever, but certainly when I start up, there's a possibility it's 0 because it's not throwing any power back into the battery. Now that would make sense to me. So again, either or seem logical. One's right, one's wrong. Now that is throwing no power back into the battery. Oops, sorry, there you go. chuck some revs at it. So that to me, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm learning a lot from you guys, as much as any of you are learning from me anyway. That says to me that it's not throwing any power back in, which to me says the connectivity of the stator is fine, because I've proven that on the yellows, but it's showing to me that that is not throwing any power back into the system, I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to order a stator. Right, that's me. It's a really short one today, everyone. You can hear ticking away in the background. That's my big old diesel that has travelled about 6 miles in the last, well, at least 6 weeks. It's got all mouldy and horrible on the inside, so I've been digging that out. I've also been fitting roof bars there to make sure that they work. Prepping for a mythical summer holiday if we ever get one, but we need something to look forward to, don't we? So now with the dog, with the damp dog, so it appears, because he's made a mess of the car, she's made a mess of the car, got to prep for some summer, give us all something to look forward to, and frankly we all need it at the moment. Right, that's it. Really short one today. Thanks all. Ride safe when you get the opportunity. Keep safe the rest of the time. Keep viewing, keep subscribing, keep sharing, and more than anything else, and I really do appreciate the contact in the little comments at the bottom. Keep commenting. You've given me some great little steers on bits and pieces. Old biker, I still haven't tried your cutaway pods on the XS, but I will do. I'm being slightly lazy because I want to wait until the manifold boots come through as well, and just try and do a carb session on that, and just give this a little bit of love for a little while. Thanks for all the suggestions on stator checks, etc. I think my mind is pretty much made up. I think it is the stator isn't giving me any output, so I've ordered a stator. Should be here by next weekend. Yeah, never done a wet one, so I'm gonna have to drop the oil on and go through all of that again, but hey, it's all learning and it's all fun. Right, that's me for the day. Thanks very much all. Catch you next time. Cheers. Ta-da. G'day all. An extra one here. You can tell because I wasn't planning this because I'm wearing my slippers. I just watched another video. Was it Rick's Motorsports? Where are we? Rick's Motorsports Electrics. And I've realised something. I've realised that, and it's a really fundamental thing that I should have picked up before. Of course, before the voltage, or before the power comes back into the rectifier, it's AC, not DC. So it's alternating current, so it's being generated by the magnets spinning around, etc, etc. The role of the rectifier is to take, it's twofold. It's to put a level on the amount of power that's coming through so you don't fry your battery, but it's also to convert AC to DC. So what I haven't done is checked what I'm getting out of the stator when it's running. So I've got you set up. I've got myself set up on AC, which I haven't done before. And let's see what happens. So we go for engine on. Right. So what I'm going to do now is go between the 3 yellows. Just fly it over and see if we're getting anything out. That's 1.5. 1.4, 5, 1.5. simple answer is it's really low. I'm going to have to check the scale on this because I'm not particularly sure when it comes, particularly when it comes to AC. I just don't really play with it. So less concerned about. So thinking further on my earlier video, I could be completely wrong here, but and I might take down my earlier video and add this as a second shot for it. If I've got three wires or the three phase coming out of the stator, the yellows, so that's the power coming in, albeit alternating current, not direct current, and then goes into the rectifier. That then converts it, or gives it a ceiling so you don't get too much, but converts it from AC to DC. Then that goes from there down the Live in the Earth into the battery. So it's not quite such a surprise that there's getting no power at all showing on it. Although I'm still convinced that it should show. Yeah, right, cool. That's made me feel a bit better because I can see I am getting something out of the stator, but it's so low that it's just not doing what it needs to do. A little bit happier. Cool. Cheers now. Bye. Right, now without getting interrupted by weirdos, let's try it with a bit of rev. So power on. That's convinced me. That's a really low output from the stator and it is making no change on revs, so I'm pretty certain the stator is kaput, which is good because I've already ordered one. Right, cheers all. Apologies for the confusion because I did upload earlier. I've deleted it and I'm going to add these bits to it just to give a better longer term picture of the process. I was just being a bit premature, I think, there. Common problem of men my age. But I hadn't quite gone through the full thought process, and it wasn't until I saw the video earlier that there was an element of click, right, okay, alternating current, you fool, because it's coming out of the stator. Right, cool, happy. Thanks very much all. I will catch you later. Right, now without getting interrupted by weirdos, let's try it with a bit of rev. So power on. That's convinced me. That's a really low output from the stator and it is making no change on revs, so I'm pretty certain the stator is kaput, which is good because I've already ordered one. Right, cheers all. Apologies for the confusion because I did upload earlier. I've deleted it and I'm going to add these bits to it just to give a better longer term picture of the process. I was just being a bit premature, I think, there. Common problem of men my age. But I hadn't quite gone through the full thought process, and it wasn't until I saw the video earlier that there was an element of click, right, okay, alternating current, you fool, because it's coming out of the stator. Right, cool, happy. Thanks very much all. I will catch you later.